Welcome to Leadership Energetics. The thing with leadership is that it's all about energy. But here's the thing. I just did a Snowdonia mountain where I climbed to the top of one of the, actually not one of the biggest mountain in the UK. So I just climbed this mountain and I actually won. I was in front of everyone that was in the minibus in the group with us. There was one guy, he wasn't in the minibus with us, he didn't actually travel to the thing, but somehow he met up and he just joined our group and he got there 15 minutes before me. But the people that were in the minibus, just for the sake of honesty, that were in the minibus with me, I beat all of them and I got to the top, the summit of the mountain before all of them. People who do gym, there are people who are working out so much. And that, to me, I'm not somebody who goes to the gym, I'm not somebody who works out so much, so how did I do that? How did I get to the summit before these people? That's the question. It's because I embodied leadership energetics, because this work works. So I went up to the summit, and the reason I won is because I kept my pace. I understood it didn't matter if somebody seemed to be in front of me, as long as I kept my pace, as long as I kept my energy right, I would win. That was such a wonderful realization for me, to be like, how, just like the turtle theory, I kept reminding myself going up the mountain. I was like, remember, the turtle won, the rabbit lost. The turtle won, the rabbit lost. And why did I keep reminding me that? Because what did the turtle do? The turtle walked at its own pace. It didn't try to zoom past and then have breaks, and then zoom past and then have breaks. The turtle just kept a consistent pace. And that is exactly what I did. I listened to the wisdom of this simple story and I applied it to a real life scenario, and I won. And this is what you can do and what you should be doing when you're listening to these podcasts. You should be listening to these things and you should be applying it in your life. And the funny thing is that I don't actually know how it is that I actually saw myself getting to the top. I remember, I was in that minibus and I was knowing, I was like, oh my goodness, I just hope that I can make it. I hope that I'm not too far behind and these people are. And the thing is, maybe, just maybe, that wouldn't have been the outcome if I didn't realize that life is an energy game. Everything you do is an energy game. Everything is an energy exchange. And even going up and climbing a mountain, which is just moving your body one step in front of a step, in front of a step, in front of a step, it's still an energy game. And honestly, I say I won. It's not like it was a competition. We didn't all go like, okay, this is a competition. We're gonna do a competition in this mountain. But the reason I say I won is because there was this person I was speaking to and they were like, we're not really going to say it's a competition, but it really is a competition. And as soon as they said that, I went into focus mode, because even though it wasn't a competition, when he said that, I was like, you know what, I would like to get to the top first. You know what, whether it is a competition or not, that would be a win for me. And so that is why I did my best in that moment to be like, let me go to the top of this mountain first. And I didn't think that was going to happen. I honestly just thought, let me just give this a shot. And so I surprised myself and I surprised other people, and I was just really grateful for that experience. I left feeling like buzzing. My legs were literally wobble like noodles, and that is not an exaggeration. I had to get a lift home. I could not walk to the bus stop. And then when I came back home, I just slept for the whole weekend and had such a beautiful rest. And now Monday, which is 2 days after, which is what is today, I then had such a wonderful energy, just felt light, like walking on clouds, just felt really, really good. So it was just such a success because I did something I've never done before. I actually connected and made friends with some amazing individuals, have some amazing conversations. There was just so much laughter. But ultimately, it was just good energy. It was high energy. And just the people that also had really good mindsets, they had really positive energy, which I think also helped me, and inspired me to keep my energy high. So, I do think that this is a beautiful reminder for you to realize it is all about teamwork. When you're leading, and you might want to be the one that leads first and moves first and takes the lead, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're only as good of a leader as good as the team that you create. And I mean that in all sureness, because you're all bouncing off each other with your energy. And I think that because they were so positive, I was able to keep such a positive mindset throughout the whole experience too. So I think that was a blessing to be in such a good group. But anyways, what I ultimately have to say about leadership is that when it comes to anything that you're doing, whether it's going up a mountain, whether it's cooking food or hanging out with friends or actually leading a group, you are always leading your energy. And if you understand that moving at your own pace is a non-negotiable, you should extract the wisdom of the turtle and realize moving at your own pace is the only way forward. That is when you start seeing things from a higher perspective. That is when you start to realize that you are living life for you. How you feel is the secret, because people feel what you feel, and what you feel creates the vibration, the vibe, and the energy of the space, and therefore creates whatever people feel. And your ability to give people experiences and make people feel something is how you sell, influence, and persuade and lead effectively. So understanding that moving at your own pace is the key, the secret, is when you start to realize that moving at your own pace isn't about intentionally going slow to be annoying. It's about understanding that when you move at your own pace, what you are doing is you're being real about how you feel. You're not bypassing and bulldozing it. Don't do that, because that's when you aren't connected with your emotions. But when you start to realize you cannot bulldoze how you feel, because wherever you go, there you are, that's when you have a deep love for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to finish the video here. Like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you want to keep updated. I am posting these videos consistently. This was a very wonderful video to upload and to film, and I'm so deeply grateful that I got to share the wisdom, share how I won that in a way that I didn't even think, I didn't even go into this thinking I was even going to reach the top, let alone be the first one there. So this wisdom is powerful. Listen, 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 replay this and listen again, because this is the secret to having phenomenal outcomes when you are dealing with people who should have a bigger advantage. It's about leverage, it's about playing your strengths, and it's about really connecting to your leadership energetics. I will see you soon.